Hello everyone, welcome to Beautiful Sanctuary. This is a tarot card channel, tarot card reading, and today we're going to hop into the first part before we actually hop into the readings. Just in case there's anyone who comes past this channel and doesn't know the first thing about tarot cards but wants to know. So the first thing we're going to do is to understand the cards when they're reversed or when they're right side up. What does that mean? And things like that. So the first set of cards we're going to get into. Let me back up some. So the cards go in the order. It first starts off with the Major Arcana. And I believe, this just came to me, that I believe the Major Arcana tells more of a story. Like, I believe it's like if you get two Major Arcana cards mixed up with your card reading, I believe that's telling a story. So say if you get the Fool or the Fool and the Magician, I believe those two cards tell one story. Like that's one summary and one meaning. And then you have the Minor Arcana, which is the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments. Or if you feel like I'm wrong or not giving correct information about this, just feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll take those comments into consideration for future videos. But yeah, we'll go to each one, but we won't do it all in one video because that will be a very, very long video. So the first one we're going to get into is the Major Arcana. So like I said before, I feel like it tells a story. So I feel like it comes into like the Fool and the Magician. So you're probably like, excuse my nails, it's the struggle's real these days. Okay, so we're having the Magician and the Fool, and you're probably thinking, how do those two tell a story? So it could be, I feel like the Fool is like, when it's in its upright position, that's saying you're venturing off to try new things. And while you're venturing off to try new things, you're making things happen out of the blue, out of the ordinary. Things are just happening for you. And when I feel like the Fool is upside down, okay, grab it. So we're just going to flip it, just turn it. Excuse the nails once again. When the Fool is upside down, I feel like you're venturing off, but you're venturing off at the wrong time. Like, yes, you are eventually going to venture off, which means you're going to eventually do your own thing, stuff like that. But it may not be time now. And if you do your own thing at the wrong time, then all will go wrong. And then that also goes with just reverse of what I was saying with the Magician. If you venture off at the wrong time and things go wrong, then all the things that could have worked in your favor will not work in your favor. You will start to see things go wrong, or something like that. Something majorly goes wrong, and that's because it's not your time to do your own thing just yet. You have to build towards doing your own thing before you just do your own thing. You have to know what you're doing before you do it, in other words. So yeah, with those two is how I feel about that. Once again, if you don't agree with any of these, let me know down in the comments. I will take those into consideration. Next we have the Empress and the Emperor. Very strong positions in life. Now I feel like when you get the Emperor in its upright state, I believe that's saying that you have a very strong head on your shoulders. You know what you want to do, you know how you want to do it. The same way with the Empress, you got your vision in sight. You know what you're gonna do. You know what you want to do. You know how you want to do it. So that's how I feel when these two are together. You're focused. You're focused on your career. You're focused on the things that need to get done. So I feel like when these are reversed and not upright, I feel like it's just the complete opposite of what it would be upright. So I feel like you're biting off more than you can chew. So it's like your head is not on right. You're just your thoughts and what you want to do is all over the place. You don't really know what you want to do. You're not really sure, and you're just trying new things, but you're not really sure what you want to do or how you want to do it, or some things like that. So that's it with those two. Okay, now we have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And you might say, how would these two tell a story? Well, the High Priest, once again, like the Empress and the Emperor, is a very high position in life. And the Hierophant is also the same way. It's also the same way in a way. So I feel like the Hierophant and the High Priest kind of balance out each other. It's like the High Priest, when you get the High Priestess that's in its upright state, I feel like, yes, you know what you're doing. Yes, you know what you want to do. But you also need to think more about what needs to be done before you do it, just to make sure. And when the Hierophant is turned upside down, I feel like you want to do things at your own pace instead of double checking just to make sure things are done the correct way. And when the High Priestess is reversed or turned upside down, I feel that when you don't check just to make sure everything you want to do is correct, everything will go south. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. So, we have to be very careful when we see the Hierophant turned upside down when it's paired up with the Hierophant. I think that is that for those two. Next we have, I'm hoping this video is very, I know it's not going to be short, but, it shouldn't be too bad either. So next I have the Chariot and the Lovers. I'm pretty sure you know why this one I'm making a lot of sense, because lovers means two connected, and those two can be connected in a lot of different ways, which is marriage or close friends. Well, depends if it's, close friends. It can be in any type of gender, in any type of way, or in a relationship or anything like that. And the Chariot means that those lovers, in any kind of way that they are, will run up into the sunset, right? So yeah, and you see here, you also have to pay attention to symbols in these cards, because the symbols also tell a big story within the card. Like the Lovers here, you see like another humanly figure now. Let me see. It has wings. It looks like an angel. So what I feel like is, you know that phrase people say, what God brings together, let no man separate, or something like that. That's what I feel like when you're destined to be together, you see the snake here? Don't let anyone break that apart. And the Chariot, I believe, falls in with that is, the two differences. Yes, you have two differences, but, they both mix, they both work. So everything will be fine. And when it's turned upside down, when it is reversed, I feel like you have let someone divide the two. And what the differences that mix don't mix anymore, is what I feel. Because I feel like, you know, when a story has been told with the cards, when it's in reverse, it's just the total opposite of what was said when it's in its upright state. So that's what I feel for those cards. Now for I have another one. We have Strength and the Hermit. And this is also very, very simple. You see with the Strength, she's holding a lion, which means there's courage. She has heart to do the things that you want to do. You have heart to seek out the things that people telling you, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, that's too hard for you. I know you can't do things like that. You have the courage and the heart to say, no, I can do that. And you also see the eternity sign here on her head, which means, you know, forever. You have that strength to keep going and going and going and going. And the Hierophant, I believe, is like, the Hermit. You know, I feel like, you know, Hermit is like somebody who likes to stay alone, like to be by themselves, who seeks out their own wisdom in their own time, not on other people's time. And I feel like that falls in your Strength perfectly, because you also find your strength and your courage when you're alone. When you're drawing yourself out from the crowd and not listening to the doubtful things that people say, and you go on and you do what you know to be right, and you go out and, you know, make your own mistakes and make your own life lessons and learn from your own life lessons and things like that. So yeah, so these two fit perfectly. And when it is reversed for both of the cards, you know, it's just the opposite. You let people's words get to you. You have less courage and less confident about the things that you want to do because of all the negative things that are said. And you're not setting yourself out to be alone so you can gain that confidence, because everyone around you is giving off so much negative energy. So that's what I feel for those cards. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. But I feel like this also fits perfectly, because I feel that Justice takes its turn for everyone. There we go. And you know, Justice, I feel like it's like karma in a way. It goes full circle for everyone. That circle can be spent in your favor to where something good happens to you, or it can be turned in your favor. Well, not really in your favor, but it can be turned in a way to where, you know, you get your karma back. So Justice, I believe, equals karma. So I feel like when the Justice, if you get Justice and Wheel of Fortune paired and it's upright, I feel like you are gonna get the good you have done to someone. And you know, quite simple, when Justice or Wheel of Fortune is reversed, I feel that, you know, completely opposite. You will get your karma. Bad karma, of course. Because when Justice is turned, you are gonna get what's due to you. You know, if you done someone wrong or said wrong to someone else, you are going to get that back, because that's just what Justice does. You get what's just to you. Okay? So that's what I have for those pairs. The next one I have is Death and Hangman. Now this falls into play perfectly as well, because, you know, the Hangman, usually you suppose that means the next part is death. So, I mean, let's try to reverse that to, you know, something more positive when it's in its upright state. So the Hangman separately is what I think that means is, I believe that means don't overthink your growing process. Because if you overthink your growing process, then that's when this card comes into play. When you overthink your growing process. So yeah, don't overthink your growing process, or that could lead to stress, and that can lead you to overthink. So I believe the Hangman, and that I don't think there's a way to really, reverse it. Because when the Hangman is turned upside down, it looks like he's no longer hanging. It actually looks like he's, doing some type of dancing or a type of jig or something like that to me. And I feel like when that card is in reverse, I feel like you're not feeling weighed down by, the decisions you have to make, because, they're working themselves out. And that falls in with death, because I feel like that since that strain is taken off of your shoulders and your body, I feel like, you're able to do a lot more. If you don't agree with that, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, your comments will be taken into consideration, so all is well. The next one I have is the Devil and Temperance. Now, I know a lot of people get scared when they see the Devil or the Death card, but it all falls into play, I promise. So the Temperance and the Devil, what I'm getting here is don't let any evil thoughts or any evil comments from anyone pull you from what you want to do in life. Don't let any negative anything push you aside from what you want to do in life, or just what you want to do with yourself or mentally or anything like that. Is what I'm getting. And when the Devil and the Temperance is paired and it's in its reverse stage, I feel like it's saying that you are letting those negative comments in, and you're getting tempted left and right, tempted to do the wrong thing and the wrong thing and the wrong thing, and you're just letting yourself go a lot. So that's what I'm getting here for the Devil and the Temperance in its downright state. Okay. Next, I have the Star and the Tower. A lot of people get, scared when they see this too. Let me see. Let's do this separate. What I'm getting is the Star, and stars usually come out at nighttime. Okay, so we're going to do this together. Okay. So, what I feel like this is, when they say destruction comes at night. A lot of things go wrong at night because, at nighttime, instead of sleeping, we tend to overthink things. And when we overthink things go out the window. Things tend to, fall down. So what I'm getting here is when the Star and the Tower is paired in its upright state is, don't worry, things are going to work out fine. Is what I'm getting. In the nighttime, even in nighttime, things are still working itself out, so no worries. And when these two are paired and in its reverse stage, I'm getting, the exact opposite. So what I'm getting is you're worrying too much, and it's mostly at nighttime, is what I'm getting here. Because, once again, stars come out at nighttime, so what I'm getting here is do less worrying at nighttime, because things are going to work out in the end. So that's what I'm getting here for those two cards. The next two cards I have are the Sun and the Moon. Now everyone knows that the moonlight comes from, yes, the Sun and the Moon. Yes, like I was saying before, the moonlight gets its light from the moon. And what I feel like those two come together is you will find your light in your darkest moments. It's what I feel like that's saying there. And when those two cards are in reverse, I feel like that's also saying that I feel like it feels like a worry thing, like you're worried about something, like something isn't going right, you're not seeing where things will go right, but things will turn right. Will be fine when you get those two cards, the Sun and the Moon, in its reverse stage. Let me see. I believe this last but not least is the World and Judgment, which goes perfect together. The World and Judgment is, you know, you see, everyone, you know, they say everyone is judged separately, which is very true. So, you know, don't be so quick to judge others is what I'm saying. What I'm seeing here. And when these cards are in its upright state, I'm getting that, you know, you're not quick to judge others. You know, since that's not your role to judge others. And when these cards are in its reverse stage, what I'm getting is, you know, that you are so quick to judge others when it's not your role to do so. And, you know, we have to kind of watch ourselves on that because, you know, like we said, we're all judged separately. And, you know, it's not our role to judge others. So that is all we have for today. That is all of the Minor Arcana. The next video will be the next video will be the Minor Arcana, and we will start with the Page of Wands. Then the Page of Swords in the next video, then the Page of Cups, then the Page of Pentacles. And when we do all of that, I will show you that I have Oracle cards here as well. I have the Starseed Oracle. Very amazing. Very amazing. And also I wanted to point out the fact that these are mini tarot cards. At the moment, I'm in love with mini tarot cards, which is fine. You can get the regulars, the jumbo. I say jumbo because they're really big. The regular size jumbo tarot cards or mini. You know, that's what's calling to me at the moment. I love them. They're amazing. Works the same. Nothing different at all. So yeah. Also, subscribe to the channel to keep up with the videos, the upcoming videos that will be coming up. I will be posting very frequent. I'm not sure what days, but it will be 2 to 3 times out of the week. We will go with that for right now. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to press subscribe to keep up with the videos. Thank you all for tuning into the video. Love you. Bye.